Hey guys, today I'm going to introduce a new Mustang to this channel. I'm just going to jump right in, but be sure to stay to the end if you want to hear the full story. Without further ado, meet Tag 6445. He is a 3-year-old 14.2 hand gelding from Devil's Garden. After the main virtual adoption events through the U.S. Forest Service, there were some leftover Mustangs that had not yet been adopted. Many of these unadopted Mustangs were plain bays, younger horses, older horses, or horses with less desirable notes attached to their records, such as flighty, nervous, biter, or stubborn. Of the remaining horses, 6445 caught my eye and seemed to fit what I was looking for. Yet, I was hesitant to adopt him because he was labeled as a biter. The U.S. Forest Service does a good job at trying to make potential adopters aware of the challenges they might face with particular horses. 6445 was noted to have attempted to bite handlers on numerous occasions. I spent a lot of time going back and forth on whether I was up for the challenge of adopting him. Ultimately, I acknowledged the scenario for the biting tendencies and decided to take a chance on him. When the wild horses are being handled by the corrals, they are typically receiving some sort of vet care from within a chute. The horse has little to no options of what it can do, and it's easy to see how it might resort to biting while feeling trapped and afraid. I figured that it would be unlikely for him to try to bite me unless I put him in a high-stress scenario where he felt it was his last resort. So really, I just had an extra piece of information on him, and I now know how he might respond under stress. I would just have to be mindful of this as I began his training. Some of you might actually recognize him as he's already been on my channel. 6445 was the horse photobombing some of Merlin's pictures. I also have to let you know that he is already here. In fact, he arrived at the same time that Merlin did. He was the first Mustang to unload in this next clip. Okay, so now it's time to answer a few of the questions I'm guessing that you might have. If I just recently got Sparrow and Merlin, why did I get another Mustang? And why did I get it now? Well, first of all, if you've been following my journey for a while, you know that one of my goals is to work with numerous wild Mustangs and to help them in their transition to the domesticated life and then find them good homes. So it's one of my goals to work with as many Mustangs as I can so that I continue to grow and learn and get better at this. I could go into so much more detail on that, but I'll save that for another time. Another consideration I had to take was that I live way up in the Northeast in Vermont, far from any permanent pickup site. The Devil's Garden Wild Mustangs had a scheduled pickup in Vermont. I wasn't sure when I would have the opportunity to adopt again, so truthfully, this opportunity was just too good to pass on. While the timing wasn't ideal, I decided that I would still pick him up and focus on him after starting with Merlin and Sparrow. So ta-da! Here he is, and now it's time to get to work with him. And by the way, I have already named him. In keeping with my bird theme, I have decided to name him Jaeger. And yes, I know it's actually pronounced Jaeger, but I really like the J sound, so Jaeger it is. Jaeger has already proved himself to be bold and brave, and we got that first touch minutes of him off the trailer.
Hi, sir. Hey.
That's all for now, but I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.